Curious where to start with relocating and unsure what to do? Stick around as we get into that in the question of the day. What's going on, guys? Matt in the hat. Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. You are tuned in to the hot list. I come to you on Monday through Friday around 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. We hang out and talk real estate. We talk properties new to the market with recent price reductions or something unique about the property that I want to share with y'all, want y'all to know. I also answer a question of the day that is submitted by a listener of the podcast. And to find out how you get your question on air and answer it, all you got to do is just stick around for a few minutes. Finally, I recognize and thank a sponsor of the week this week, and I'm definitely excited about this week's sponsor. For information on how you could become a sponsor of the week and support the hot list, all you got to do is just hang out with me and I will get you that info. So as you guys jump in here, whether you are watching this live or on the replay on Facebook, let me know how you're watching this. For YouTube, thank you guys for stopping by, checking out the channel, and supporting me as well. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those bell notifications so as I bring new videos, you guys can come check them out. So the property we are talking about today is 1225 Prairie Street right here in Emporia. This house has had a recent price reduction. It is a 3-bed, 1-bath house. It's got 1,144 square feet of finished space, recently reduced down to 122.9, and the listing is courtesy of Real Estate. This is a ranch-style house and has a ton of potential for maybe first-time home buyer or a investment opportunity. Either way, this could be the house for you. It is a ranch-style house, has an attached 2-car garage, full basement that was in the process of being finished, a fenced-in yard with 2 sheds in the backyard. It's got hardwood floors in living room, bedrooms. It's got tile in the dining room and kitchen. Got a deck on the front, patio out back, and like I said, they started to finish the basement, so there are some walls as well as some studded walls for family room, additional bedroom, as well as a second bathroom down there as well. So if you're interested, whether you're a first-time buyer, investor, whatever the case may be, click on the link in the description. That will take you right to my website so you can see the property for yourself. And if you have any interest in it, whether you're a cash buyer or you're already pre-approved, let me know and we will get a showing scheduled for you. I am excited about this week's sponsor. I don't know, for those watching on Facebook and YouTube, you can see my new hat. I did pick me up a new hat a couple weeks ago, and I'm excited for the Trolley House and their arrival, what they're doing, their opening, whatever the case, whatever you want to call it. I've been pretty excited because not just for them opening, but for Emporia in general, because we are now the only city in the state of Kansas that has a winery, a brewery, and a distillery in the city. And that is exciting itself. But the amount of work that the owners of the Trolley House have put in, not just in their distilling their moonshine and getting the ball rolling on that, but with renovating the building, with starting what it was to what it is now. They've put so much time, so much work and effort and even money into this project to really see this, and what it has become is nothing short of amazing. And if you want to check it out for yourself, I'm going to post some pictures later that I went in and took, but click on the link in the description. It'll take you right to Trolley House's Facebook page, and you can check out some of the sites, the pictures, the videos that they posted. Just to give you guys an idea, they do have normal business hours that are Thursday through Sunday from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. They are closed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They do have they do have uh, drink drink menus, drink specials. Uh, they've got beer. They've got mixed drinks. They have their own moonshine drinks, and they have three flavors of moonshine in stock right now, with three flavors waiting approval. So right now they do have in stock cinnamon, peach, and blackberry, and they are absolutely amazing. If you want to see it for yourself, just click on that link in the description, and it'll take you right to their Facebook page for additional information. If you're curious on how you could be a sponsor of the week, support the hot list, all you got to do, wherever you're listening to this, just drop me a comment, and I would be happy to have a conversation with you, see if you are a good fit and a good match for being a sponsor of the week and supporting the hot list. So for more details, all you got to do is just shoot me a message or drop a comment wherever you're listening to this. We'll have a conversation, and I'll get you some more information on being a sponsor of the week. And that brings us to my favorite portion of the day, and that is the question of the day. The question of the day is submitted by a listener of the podcast. So Monday through Friday, each and every single week I've been doing this. The question of the day is submitted by a listener on some platform. I've had people just text it to me, Facebook, YouTube. I've even had some people on LinkedIn or even Spotify just drop in the comments with a question. So wherever you're listening to this, don't be afraid. Drop the comments that you have about real estate, and I would love to be your real estate resource, get that answered for you, as well as use it for content on the show. I can't continue to do this without your questions. So for everybody that has submitted a question, thank you so much, and keep those questions coming. I'm in the process of relocating. Do you have any advice for relocating? So maybe, and this is a good question because I actually have a couple of people going through this right now. So maybe you just found out that you're being relocated. Hopefully it wasn't a shock to you or caught you off guard. Hopefully you were involved in this decision, or maybe you were offered a job that was too good to pass up, but that job is in another state. Either way, you've got a big move ahead of you, and there is lots to think about between now and then, but even more so to think about before you even start the process. Moving far from where you currently live now can be a positive experience. Just know it's going to be a hectic process, and you're going to go through a little bit of hell in order to get there. So it is time to roll up your sleeves, grab a box, and get rolling. Because a big move can be a big deal, even if you don't think it is right now. You're going to need some help and advice along the way. So you're going to need, before you do anything, I would recommend contacting a realtor. Preferably a realtor that has relocation as a specialty in the city you're looking at moving to. You will need someone that is knowledgeable of the new city that you're going to be landing in. They're also going to be able to help not just with your home search, but possibly arrange financing and ensure closing stays on schedule and do everything that you're not going to be there to do. And just keep in mind with that, housing is just one small piece of the relocation puzzle, and it's not just going to be stressful for you, it's going to be stressful for your spouse, your kids, and if you're moving any pets as well. So today, what we're going to be talking about and discussing, we are going to talk about 7 tips to make your relocation easier. So if you know somebody going through this, you're going through this yourself, make sure you pay close attention, like this, share this out, because this is going to be an excellent video for any type of relocating. Number 1, having plenty of money available. Now, it does go without saying, hopefully, that you're going to have to pay something for housing, maybe a deposit for utilities, or any other expenses that come up along the way. You know, maybe you are going to need some type of childcare while you're packing and moving, or in the process of moving, maybe you're going to have to stay 1 to 2 nights in a hotel during the move. Planning for these expenses and adding them to like a cash pool is going to be one of the best things that you can do, because the more money that you have to work with, the less stressful and better experience that you're going to have if an emergency happens to come up. Hopefully it doesn't, fingers crossed, knock on wood, whatever you got to do. Hopefully everything goes smoothly for you. Also, just make sure that you ask your employer about any moving expenses or signing bonuses and how they're handled, because it's going to be bad news bears for you if you're counting on that money to help you move and you find out you don't get it until after you start the new job after you've relocated. Number 2, get everybody on the same page. Moving somewhere new can be fun and exciting. This is going to give not just you, but your family plenty of room for their imagination to just run wild. It is important to get your entire family on the same page, especially with the details of the move, because this is going to help everybody stay focused and just ultimately reach that common goal. I would recommend having some type of family meetings, whether that's around dinner or just meetings in general. Write down what each family member is going to be responsible for. Also, write down what everyone hopes to get out of the move. Once you have that down, then it's time to discuss what's realistic about that move as far as expectations, wants, needs, and what's not. Hopefully, you survive that family discussion. Then, once you got everybody on that same page, draw up a plan. Make sure you give everybody a copy, and this helps to keep everybody on the same page. Hopefully, you're not kidding yourself, because emotions are going to run high during a move. Everybody's stressed out, everybody's exhausted. The one move that we didn't move that far, but thankfully, because we had a 3-month-old and we had a 13-year-old, we had a 14-year-old, and it was just the 5 of us that were able to move us. So we all had to get on the same page. Well, obviously not Chase, because he was 3 months old at the time, but everybody, temperatures are flaring. Again, everybody's stressed. By giving out a copy of kind of what everybody wants, what everybody's in charge of, this gives you that, we'll call it a neutral document to refer back to, and hopefully you'll have cooler heads prevail afterwards. Number 3, prepare kids for stressors. Again, it's not just you that is going to get emotional about the move. Kids will have a serious reaction to moving from their current home and their current friends. If they're old enough to understand how far you're moving, there's the potential that it'll get really ugly, because they're going to recognize just how far it is. So keep in mind, they're going to need time to adjust and basically mourn the loss of their friends. Even in the social media age, in the digital age, they're going to need time to adjust, mourn the loss of their friends, as well as maybe you're taking them away from grandma and grandpa, aunts, uncles, cousins, whatever the case may be. What will help in this process will be routines. Doesn't matter the age of the child, try to maintain some type of daily routine. Not just right now, but now up till moving day. Maintain that routine the best you can. Even once you're moved and in the new house, initiate that same routine again, and that will help them adjust as well. Number 4, twice the time. I would recommend giving yourself twice the amount of time that you think that you're going to need. If you're, especially if you're planning on packing your own on your own and not hiring a mover, you're going to need to give yourself plenty of time, especially for decluttering, like we've kind of talked about in a previous video. Otherwise, without decluttering, you're going to move some unnecessary and unneeded items. You're going, just remember, you're going to have limited space in the moving truck, whether it's one trucks, two trucks, whatever the case may be. So you need to maximize the space with what are priorities and not just needless items. Depending on when your new job starts, it may be quicker to donate items to charities or thrift stores. Now, depending on where you live, some of those places will come and pick them up even during COVID. Others will need to be dropped off because it's COVID. They will take clean items. Keep that in mind. Items do need to be clean. They will take furniture, dishes, toys, clothing. Most of what you want to disregard or rid out, they will take as long as they are clean. Number 5, visit your family doctor. I'm sure you're thinking, is that really necessary? I only go to the doctor when I'm sick. Well, I'm actually one of those people. I would recommend one last visit because this gives the opportunity to discuss anything that's come up or any issues that might have been recent since your previous visit. Get any medications that you need refilled before you move, because you don't want to run out of your medication, especially if it's important medication, while you're moving. Plus, there's no telling how long it's going to take for you to find a doctor once you get relocated, get that appointment, and then on top of all that, get your medication or prescription refilled. While you're at the doctor's, make sure that you ask for copies of your medical records. This will help speed things up. Yes, I know this is the digital age. This will still help speed things up once you find a new doctor. Same goes for your children and any pets that you're taking. Get copies of everything. That way you know what you're doing and can just pass that along to the new doctor. Number 6, stop by the shop. No, not to shop. Since you're getting a checkup, you need to get your vehicle checked out as well. Schedule an appointment at whatever shop that you frequent, that you know the people and that you trust. Have them inspect anything that may need to be addressed before you make the move. Also ask if there's any type of maintenance that needs to be done. For example, if there's a 60,000 mile maintenance or 100,000 mile maintenance, get those done before you make the move. This could be something as simple as needing the tires rotated. Maybe you need new tires, plugs, wires, or just an overall tune-up. For those that don't know, I did sell cars for a few years, and there was a couple occasions where people pulled in during a move and had to buy a new vehicle or get their vehicle worked on. There's nothing quite as stressful as getting into a fully loaded vehicle with your family, with any pets, only to realize you've got those idiot lights coming on your dash that have never been there before. You have no idea what they mean, as most of us don't. And it's on a Saturday, dealership is getting ready to close. What do you do now? That's not the ideal situation. And that brings us finally to number 7, keep your eye on the prize. Again, this is going to be stressful, not just on your body, but it's also going to be on your mind, and you're going to feel like your soul is being drained as well. Especially if you're doing all of this in one big move. The move that we did, fortunately, was very short, and we can make multiple trips back and forth. If you're moving to another state, you can't necessarily make several small trips back and forth. You're going to do it in one big move, and that's just going to add to your stress. So remember the why of what you're doing, why you're doing this, why it's important. Are you moving for better opportunity, better schools. Maybe it's your dream job or your dream location. Whatever the reason is, remember that it's your reason and keep that front and center. So that's it. Those are the 7. Let me run through them real quick for y'all again. Number 1 was having plenty of money, whether that's cash, availability, or space on your credit card, whatever the case may be, for emergencies. Plus, you're going to need it for housing and deposit for utilities. Number 2, getting everybody on the same page, because imaginations are going to run wild. Excitement will as well. So get everybody focused, have family meetings, and give everybody a job that they're going to be responsible for, and set some realistic expectations. Number 3, preparing your kids for the stress. Once they realize that they're going to be moving and moving far away, they're going to need time to mourn the loss of their friends and family members. So just keep in mind, routines are key. Keep those and stay to those as best you can, and keep it moving forward. Number 4 was twice the time. If you're packing yourself, I would recommend allowing yourself twice the amount of time that you think that you're going to need for this. Number 5, visiting your family doctor one last time. Get your medications refilled, copy your medical records, not just for you, your kids, but also your pets as well. Number 6, stop by the shop. So not just you that needs to get checked out, your vehicle as well. Any type of maintenance that needs to be done, do it before the move, not wait until the day of the move. And finally, number 7, keeping your eye on the prize is definitely going to help, because it's going to keep your goal and your why of why you're doing this, why it's important to you, front and center for you to focus on. So that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in with me on the hot list. Again, my name is Matt Johnson with Keller Williams Realty. I do this because your experience matters and should be trusted with a veteran. Y'all have a phenomenal Monday, and I'll see you here tomorrow for your weekly market update. Take care.